Hi guys, I'm Justin and I interned in with WeWorld's Nature Stewards program during my internship, my Capstone project. So my topic is why we should care about wetland and how to restore it efficiently. To begin with, we all know that wetlands are significant. They bring different advantages and profits to both nature and human beings. Marysville Wetland in Seattle plays a significant role in providing food resources to salmon and at the same time shelter and energy to native bugs and plants. However, Marysville Wetland is troubled with the problem of prosperous growing noxious weeds, which seriously threaten native plants by occupying living spaces in wetlands. So to help restore the wetland, it is important to identify best practices to remove noxious weeds. So the project attempts to remove invasive plants efficiently and find better growing conditions for native trees in wetlands. And my research questions are, what are the best practices to remove noxious weeds efficiently, and what are the better living conditions for Western residents? To answer my question, I interned at Weavers during the summer and fall quarter doing wetland restoration in Marysville Wetland. I have done a lot of things during that, and mostly I removed different species of noxious weeds in the wetland. So from figure one, there are three different types of noxious weeds that are most commonly seen in Marysville Wetland. The left one is Himalayan blackberry, which is the most notorious one in Marysville Wetland. The top right one is English ivy, and the bottom right one is buttercup. And I also set up an experiment that included on-site personal observation and measuring of the height of the Western red cedars I grew. So there are 12 Western red cedars in total. 6 were in a dry soil area and the others were in wetter soil area. Among those 6 trees, 3 were watered and the other 3 were not watered. Yeah. Besides that, I also looked up different kinds of literary review on wetlands and wetland restoration. For example, like the importance of wetland restoration and wetlands, of course, and how we prevent invasive noxious weeds from growing too fast, and what kinds of problems or challenges people encounter while protecting our environment. So let's talk about the resource part. So first thing first, let's talk about how to efficiently remove noxious weeds. So straightforwardly, we need to apply suitable methods and practices to remove noxious weeds. For example, in America, hand tools like shovels and clippers that are still the most common methods used, and we need to be careful in removing different noxious weeds by hand. Like herbaceous species root systems are vulnerable, we need to be extra cautious to not destroy their roots and make them widespread. And also, remote sensing technologies can help control the population of noxious weeds. For example, light detection and ranging and hyperspectral datasets. They provide the data for invasive species habitat predictions. And some techniques can also tell us if the wetland restoration we are doing is meaningful or not. Like the land use capability indicator, it helps analyze how wetland restoration shaped the ecosystem. Next, I'm going to talk about my findings from the experiment. So the observation of my Western red cedar growth was from June 24th to August 19th, 2023. So in figure two, it shows the chart of the growth condition of my trees as I mentioned in the internship and method part. Yeah. I separate those 12 trees into 4 parts. So number 1 to 3 are trees in dry areas, and number 4 to 6 are trees in dry area but watered. Yeah, so on and so forth. However, I did not find a strong positive correlation between the growth rate of trees and living conditions. So most trees thrived under each living condition during the observation, but not the number 6 one, which is stepped over by homeless around the wetland and is dying. But I believe the reason why I did not find a strong positive correlation between trees and living conditions is due to the short time frame of the experiment. It takes a longer time for Western residents to grow. And there are challenges that people can encounter during wetland restoration. For example, economic interest hinders the success of wetland restoration. In Italy, the restoration of Podota has become complex and benefit-oriented due to the intervention of the government. And some of the papers claim that people lack uniform success indicators to know if their wetland restoration is successful or not. We need to have long-term monitoring data, financial support, and participation from stakeholders. Environmental education overall is not also widespread among the public. For example, in India and Bangladesh, the public and the government are not that aware of the value of the wetlands, leading to no significant development to protect wetland ecosystems. And the last one is that homelessness problem is the one I encountered during the restoration. So many people dump garbage into the wetlands and harming the wetlands, harming the wetland itself, and also making people restore wetlands frustrated. For example, in figure 3, it shows that my group members and and we worked on removing abandoned tires from the inside of the wetland along to the road, and we contact government agency to clean them up. Yeah, and the significance part is that the results show that manual removal methods are still an efficient way to remove noxious weeds, but at the same time, we can apply like remote sensing techniques to prevent them from growing too rapidly. And group members in rivers will continue working on the measurement and observation of my experiment. By doing so, it helps people understand that the approximate use of time and water in growing Western residents, and to make them grow more smoothly and strengthen our ecosystem. Yeah. So big shout out to my site supervisor, Grace Stiller, my faculty advisor team below, and everyone who supported me throughout my capstone internship. Thank you guys for listening.